got a spinner, we got a car on the wall, something backwards there. The 15 of BJ McLeod, he had a really nervous moment in qualifying earlier today where the car just got away from him. He actually caught it reasonably well through. Look and see what happened to BJ.
You see BJ's way up the racetrack. Just got loose getting in the corner and had to chase it up the racetrack. Ended up getting loose, even looser yet, and got into the wall. And you know what we saw at the start with Chris Buescher, he got put 3 wide. Somebody drove underneath him, and now you see these cars are 3 wide. So that's a product of this racetrack. You've got this really wide apron on the bottom of the racetrack just past the start-finish line. Drivers are going to use that to their.
But there's a lot of work to be done. Caution is out for the 4th time today. Cale Conley in the 14.
You see him up by the wall. Just looks like I couldn't tell if he got loose, if he got tight, but obviously he got in the wall, and then it just, you know, I've made this comment several times, the wall just sucks you in. It seems like once you get into it, it's hard to get off of it, and I really couldn't tell why he ended up first getting in the wall.
It's what happened to the driver of the 14. Look over far right of your screen, and it's almost in exactly the same position where he did the first time.
Yeah, it is, and you're not sure, you know, with having damage on the car, you don't know if maybe he cut something, tire rubbing or something.
Corbin Forrester, Jennifer Jo Cobb, watch this. You were talking about closing speeds before.
Yeah, she had some sort of a problem. It looked like leaving the corner and just got really, really slow. And he just could not get slowed down. Here you go right here. Oh, yeah. Just had a tire problem or something. Like a tire went down, went up and hit the wall. Something happened. She got really slow, and he just, obviously, he couldn't avoid it. He didn't do anything wrong.
And look, that happened right in front of race leader Kyle Busch.
Oh, he did hit.
Yeah.
Take a look up against the wall already. You see the 26 of J.J. Yaley, and he's riding the wall.
Getting free into turn 3. He's a little bit snug through the center, Mike.
Around goes the 14 of Tony Stewart. And the caution will come out. Doesn't look like a lot of damage to the car.
He's on the bottom of the racetrack. He's nowhere near that speedy drive we've been talking about. Just gets loose. Car never quite spins all the way around. Or maybe he does. I think it just gets still wide open in the throttle. You can see it get completely sideways, but in today's cars, years ago that car would have spun all the way around, but today's cars, they make so much side force, meaning the air blowing on the side of the car. It's hard to get them to spin all the
way onto pit road, but this might be why he got so slow.
He's trying to get around the 6 on the outside, and you know, obviously got around the 6 and just got really tight. Do something wrong?
Well, then right here he hits him a couple times on the front stretch. First he gets him loose, tries to get him, but he's not done. He keeps checking up with the bumper. Finally, Bain lifts, lets him go, but
and around goes the 42 of Kyle Larson, and now the caution comes out. Third, things weren't going well for the 42 team.
So he's in the middle of the corner, and we saw how loose he was, and you know, we showed it at the one replay. Well, it was lap after lap after lap he was that loose, and he finally just couldn't hold on to it anymore.
And you know, Jeff, when we talk about drivers and car control, this young man has it. He can drive a loose race car.
That's all show. They worked hard on it. I'm really proud of how we started the race. Just, man, what a bummer. I guess just blew it right front. I don't know if we ran over something or what, but it showed a little heat.
Take a look. He was running 16th.
See, he gets loose right
Sideways,
there.
yeah,
and ends up overcorrecting and hits the wall really hard. Hard impact.
It's right along with Jeff Gordon.
It's so hard as a driver when you have to turn the wheel back right. If you don't, you're going to spin out. But when you turn the wheel back right and the front tires catch, this is what happens. So you just got to not turn the wheel back to the right as hard. It's very difficult to do. We see really good race car drivers do this, and every tire is different. You know, the left side tires and right side tires are different. When you turn that wheel back to the right, the left side tires sometimes dig. This is a different tire than we ran last week at Charlotte. So every tire behaves a little bit differently. When he got loose, he just got the wheel turned too far back to the right. Hard impact in the wall.
Continue to applaud you drivers today. Running right up near the wall. Back end comes out from behind him, and into the wall he goes.
See how loose he gets and ends up getting in the wall. Caution comes out for him, and this sets up an interesting scenario. All these guys can make it from here on fuel. Who pits? You got to remember, they're able to 22 to catch him.
Here comes the 22. He's closed the gap all over the back bumper now as they've caught this slower traffic. And around goes the 20, sideways in front of the 22. Kansas slides. Caution comes out. The 22 was all over the back bumper of the 20 as they entered turn 1.
I got slants when I come the first time. Joey spun me out, lifted my tires off the ground.
To the lap traffic, you see right here, Matt Kenseth gets tight. He knows the 20's coming, so he tries to block. He goes to the apron. He knows the 22's coming up. He comes up to block him. A big block onto the 22, and the 22 drives in, catches him in the left rear quarter panel, spins the 20 out. Matt Kenseth with a great save to stay off the wall, but the damage to the points and the ultimate win has been done. The 20 will have to come get tires. His chance to win today is over.
And Matt Kenseth had to do everything he could to block him. Just like I said, he's racing for his championship. If he doesn't block Joey Logano gets on the outside of him and gets around him. So you can't blame Matt Kenseth for trying to block.
Hang on right here, bud.
But with that, when you make that decision, and I agree, a must decision, he had no choice, you also put yourself that opportunity. We saw it last week with Carl Edwards and Dale Jr. We see it again with the 20 and the 22. When you drive defensively, you give the guy behind you the opportunity to make that decision. He gets into the 20. Right, wrong, that's racing. These two can disagree about it. They'll have to talk about it after. But as you mentioned, it all started with the 20's defensive moves, which were required in this must-win situation.